to believe in the names and attributes of Allah. The names and attributes of Allah, which are al-asma and as-sifat, to believe that He is the only one worthy of these names and attributes in their absolute sense. In their absolute sense. Some of the names and attributes are only suitable for Allah. Others may be suitable for others relatively, like Kareem, for instance. Allah is the generous, but others could be generous, and many others. But Al-Jabbar, that's not suitable for anyone other than Allah. The compiler, that's not suitable for anyone other than Allah. So they either belong to Him alone or belong to Him alone in their absolute sense. Some of them belong to Him alone, like the compiler. Some of them belong to Him in the absolute sense, like the generous. Because other beings could be generous, but not the generous. The generous is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah alone. And so we said that Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, to believe that He is the only Lord, Tawheed of Lordship, Tawheed of Uluhiyyah, which is to believe that He is the only Ilah or God, and Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifat, names and attributes, to believe in the perfection of His names and attributes, and that He is the only one worthy of them, or worthy of them in their absolute sense. Ar-Rabb is the one who created, the one who owned, and the one who maintained. Created, owned, and maintained. So unlike what some other people believe, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the universe and made it autonomous, self-run. Allah did not make it autonomous or self-run. Allah is the one who continues to run the universe. Allah is the one who continues to own it and maintain it. Some people think, and that belief is not uncommon, by the way. Jehovah's Witnesses believe in this way, and some of the Jewish, people also believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the universe and gave it its back, and He made it self-run and self-dependent. And many people have the dualists. Also, they believe in the struggle or fight between the power of evil, or the powers of evil, and the powers of good. But at any rate, we as Muslims believe that Allah did not only create this universe, but Allah created it, Allah owns it, Allah maintains it, supervises it, controls it in each and every aspect. The movement of every particle, or every atom, or every proton or electron inside the atom is controlled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every way and sense. So that's what Rabb means, and that's why Allah started by the word Rabb, because it means that He did not only create, but He created, He owns, and He maintains and controls in every aspect. And it also means that He is our caretaker. That's what Rabb also means. Maintainer, sustainer, caretaker. That's why we said the father is the caretaker, or the Rabb of the household, the Rabbul Bayt. And the mother is Rabbatul Bayt, the caretaker of the household. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this sense is the caretaker of humanity. And the caretaker of humanity is extending His care in the surah to humanity, extending His help, His protection to all humanity in this surah, and also in Surah Al-Falaq, which is number 113, and will come inshallah in the next class. Let's take a look at how the different translators translated this. Yusuf Ali translated it as, say, I seek refuge with the Lord and cherisher of mankind. The Lord and cherisher of mankind. He felt that Rabb is not just Lord. He felt the need to add to Lord, cherisher of mankind. Shakir said, I seek refuge in the Lord of men. Piktal said, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind. Muhsin Khan and Hilali said, I seek refuge with Allah, the Lord of mankind. You have to notice that Muhsin Khan and Hilali did not claim to translate word for word. They translated the meaning, and it's actually it's an abridgment of the interpretation of Al-Qurtubi and Tabari and Ibn Kathir. So it's an abridgment of the commentary. It's not straightforward translation. It's an abridgment of the commentary on the verses by these three commentators, Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, and Ibn Kathir. But they put Allah between brackets to tell you that it's not mentioned clearly in the verse. So you can use men, you can use mankind. Would the use of men rule out women? Not necessarily, but maybe mankind is more clear, that it talks about people in general, mankind in general, but not the use of men does not necessarily mean it refers to men and not women. Okay, the next verse, which is Malik al-Nas, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ Malik al-Nas, the sovereign of men, sovereign of men. And if you go over the different translations, Yusuf Ali translated it as the king of men, the king of mankind, Shakir as the king of men, Piktal as the king of mankind, and Muhsin Khan as the king of mankind. So there is pretty much an agreement between them, except for the difference in the use between men and mankind. Others translate it as the sovereign. The king or the sovereign, it's pretty much the same. You can use the king, because Malik is the king of men. And when you use Rabb, first you use Rabb because you are saying to him that you are my caretaker. You are the one who takes care of me. And you're using Malik here to say that I know that you are in control. I know that you are sovereign, that you are the controller, that you are the king, the monarch. So no one will overpower you, no one will overwhelm you. So whatever it is that I seek protection in you from, you can protect me from all of that because you are the sovereign. The next would be Ilah al-Nas. Ilah al-Nas, the God of men. And Ilah means God, and Allah is from Ilah, right? According to the right opinion, Allah is Al-Ilah, and then they removed the Hamza in the middle, and it became Allah. So Allah, the origin